Hi there, it's Sam from pootles.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I've got a box tutorial for you, and it is a cake slice box. This was requested by a friend of mine who makes soap slices in the shape of a cake slice, and normally you would find cake slice boxes that you would make through an electronic die cutting machine, something like a Cameo or a Cricut or something like that, or you would actually have to download a PDF template, cut it out and then use that over your cardstock. So I wanted to come up with something that literally was just a case of measuring. So this opens left to right in that way, and that's where she would put her soap slice in. So I'm going to pop that to one side and show you how to make it. Now I apologise for the fact that I've got slightly inky fingers, it's where I was sponging up these roses here. So let me pop that to one side. The cardstock measures 17.5 centimetres in this way, and I'm doing it in centimetres because that was Kathy's request. She wanted her box to be 10.5 centimetres this way, 6.5 centimetres this way and 5.5 centimetres that way. So I'm working in centimetres. So the cardstock measures 17.5 centimetres and the full A4 length. Now for those for the American girls who their cardstock is very slightly shorter than ours, it's okay, just leave it the full length of your cardstock. So working in centimetres, and I've got our metric scoring plate, which is laid out differently to the Imperial one, which as you can see has got, it works in 1/8 of an inch increments, whereas the metric doesn't, because we have slightly different measurements for our standard card sizes. We've got those scored into on the left hand side and then 1/2 centimetre increments on the right, so slightly wider, but it actually, you can do it perfectly without any issue. So scoring down the length, this is just scrap cardstock by the way, I'm going to come to my proper one in a minute. So scoring down the length at 6 centimetres, turning it 180 degrees and at 6 centimetres, and then putting the length across the top, 10.5 centimetres, which is fortunately on here because this is actually A6. So 10.5 centimetres, 21 centimetres, and then we're going to put a little notch in at the 19 centimetres, and this is where we're going to use this as a marker to make our triangles. Turn it over and put the 19 centimetre notch in again. Right, so coming back to that and turning it so that these little notches are over here and they're at sort of roughly 10 3/4 of a centimetre. We're going to do the 26 millimetres, so 2.6 centimetres, which again is one of our metric sizes in the UK. So coming back again, really giving the scoring tool its a proper workout today. I'm going to score at 5 centimetres, but just down to this section here, so the second score line, which hopefully you can see. Let me tilt that. There you go. So down to this second score line here. So it's at 5 centimetres, 180 degrees round, and do the same. Turn the cardstock over, do the same, and around again, and do the same. Now it looks awfully complicated, and like I say, it is because of the metric scoring plate and actually having the I think it's A7, A6, A5, and yeah, and those measurements. So it's because we've got those in there. As you can see, they're all at funny, 52.5 millimetres. That's a strange number. So anyway, I'm going to move all of this out of the way. And apologies for my squeaky office chair. And then these notches that we put in earlier with a ruler and a pencil, which I can't pick up right now, all we're going to do is go from the top corner that's closer to this little notch and draw a line to join them up. And then again down into this corner, so you can obviously probably see this is the top of the cake slice that's here. And then the same on the other side. And the same there. And then what we're going to do, which I'm not going to do on camera now, is cut out all of these sections here. So cut out these bits, all of that, and all of that bit, and then the same on the other side. And then what you're left with, because I'm very, very organised, is this shape. And this is the one we're going to be working with, and I've done this in Naturals White, this one is. So, get rid of all of that. And I'm going to put the box together so you can see I've actually cut little notches out here. It just helps with the closing. So, I've got my Tombow, and I'm just going to run that down the side there, fold it up and hold it in place. I would definitely recommend with something like this, because there's 4 flaps that we're going to use to close. I would use something that's going to give you a little bit of time to manoeuvre. And if you've got your positions slightly wrong, I think because it's a triangle, you really couldn't get away with errors. So hold that in place, and then these ones here are actually going to be how it closes. So I'm just going to pop that open again for a second, just so I've got this glue in place. And then the ribbon effect that I put round, I didn't want to put a belly band on because I wanted it still so that Kathy could still open it to put her soaps in it, and obviously close it afterwards if she wanted to, but to be able to make plenty in advance. So the ribbon I've got that I've put down, oh, it's here, it's right in front of me. This is the natural ribbon. Which one is this one? Cotton ribbon. Here we go. So natural cotton ribbon, and literally I just took some mini glue dots because that was what I had to hand at the time that I made the prototype. Glued there, and then just roughly where I knew I wanted another glue dot, stuck that down and held it over. So I'm not sort of gluing all the way round or anything like that. I think you can risk that with fabric ribbons or fabric decoration, I should say, that the glue would squodge through and you'd see it all the way up to the end. Another one on there. I think probably one to close round as well. So that literally is just following the ribbon all the way up. And I'm going to snip it off. Just about there. So that's the first layer of ribbon. And then because Kathy's soaps it's rose soaps that she has, I wanted to pick up a nice rose colour. So I've got the Primrose Petals, which is the in colours for 2012-14. So they're around for another year. And this is the Stitch Satin ribbon. And just doing exactly the same as I did before. I'm just going to do a little bit quicker now. Follow it all the way up. Just going to chop off. Oops, sorry, I just realised I've just been taking that out of view to stick the glue dots on. Sorry about that. So, and that is the ribbon of the box. So it looks like a cake slice, a bit like a Victoria sponge. So, I like to decorate and I like to put ovals and things like that on. So I've got some of the Primrose Petals cardstock, and with my scallop oval, I'm just going to punch one of those out. And then I've got a lovely sentiment set here, fabulous phrases. I'm so pleased this is going over. This isn't retiring. So I've got this, it's only just arrived in the mail to me. So I've chosen Beautiful because soaps are beautiful. So I've already got that prepared up. Primrose Petals ink. And again, this is just the genius of stamping up that everything coordinates really well. Don't know what I've done to my stamp, bear with me a second. It's decided to unstick itself, no problem. And then on to some more Naturals White cardstock. Straight down and up, pop that out of the way, covered myself in ink again, and then the large oval punch that out, And it takes a little longer to dry on the Naturals cardstock than, or ink, the ink does I should say, than on our regular cardstock. So just be careful, hold it very carefully and just sponge the edges. Put it to one side, and then I've got some dimensionals. So, one on the back there, and onto the oval, another onto the back of that one, and I'll show you the box now. You can see that there is a side, you know, a nice side and sort of an edged side, you know, obviously where I put the closure. So I'm going to put this as being the front of the box, as such. That there, and then these little roses that I've put on top, I've actually prepared two before. They are really easy to make. I'm going to quickly do one now. Actually, I might not, because I'm looking at the time. We're at 10 minutes. Go and Google. Go and YouTube search how to do them. They are so easy. I'm going to quickly sponge up the edges of these just to make it look like those lovely roses. I don't know what those roses are called, where they have the faded edges. Somebody please leave a comment and let me know what they're called. So I've just quickly made the roses because I know that Kathy's soap that's going in has got rosebuds on the top, real rosebuds, real dried roses, just beautiful. And then with a couple of glue dots on the back, oops, onto the top, and that is a cake slice box without the need for a template, without the need for an electronic die cutting machine or cartridges or anything like that. Like I say, the finished dimensions are 10.5 centimetres this way, 6 centimetres this way and 5.5 centimetres that way, so you know what's going to be able to fit inside it, and I think it's lovely. So if you want to know how to get hold of any of the products I've used, let me know. Just leave me a message or get in touch via my website or Facebook page, and definitely go and check Kathy's page out as well. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.